Hello everyone, welcome back to Prashant iOS Developer YouTube channel. So today we are going to see one more feature in SwiftUI. In today's video, as you have seen on the thumbnail, that we are going to see different designs of buttons in SwiftUI. So here you can see it's a classic button which is normal, there is nothing special in this. But here below this we have different types of button styles like solid button, outline button, where in solid we have the background color solid, then in outline there is no background color but we have one outline to the button. Then this is the button with image and text, so this is the text part and this is the image part. Then this is the translucent button with the translucent background, and the last one is the special one, you can call it as a bonus button, where we have this gradient color in this. I have given this orange and green. So we are going to see how we can create this in SwiftUI, which is very easy actually. And before starting, I just want to give credits to this video to Mark Moikens, from where I have learned how to create these types of buttons in SwiftUI. So make sure you check his YouTube channel, or you can check him on this Twitter also. So you can find something like you can search for Big Mountain Studio, then you can find him. He's also launched some SwiftUI books for animations and normal views, so that is also a very good addition if you want to learn SwiftUI. So make sure you check that. So now let's get started and see how we can do this. So like always, I will create a new Xcode project. Make sure you are selecting or you are using Xcode 12 beta. Now let's create a new project. Like always, we will select iOS and app here. We'll name it as button designs. Then make sure interface is SwiftUI, lifecycle is SwiftUI app, and language obviously Swift. Click next, and let's save it on our desktop. Okay, so let me just reset this and we can start then. Also let me increase the font little bit. For this I'm just pressing the command and plus. Okay, so now we can start. So here you can see it's normally displaying the hello world text, so we can start now. So first thing what I want is I want to use a button directly. And also before getting started, what I can do is, here you have seen that the last one is using the gradient color, so I will create that here at the start, the gradient color which I want to use for my button. So let's create that. Let gradient equals to, I'm going to use linear gradient option. Inside this I need to provide the gradient start point and end point. So for start point I need to provide this gradient with colors, and inside colors I have to provide an array. So here I will provide array of orange and green color, and then in the second start point I have to tell from where it should start and where it should end. So here I want to tell that it should start from top leading, and here I will tell that bottom dot bottom trailing, like this. So we have our color ready, which we will use here when we create this button. Now we can start with giving some this title at the top. So let's start that, and we can see the updates here in the canvas also while working. So let's start. So here what I will do is, first I will use a VStack so that I can put all the views or all the buttons vertically. So VStack for that. Then a text, I want to use text for our title, that is button designs. And then to this text I am going to give different types of modifiers so that it will look like this. So modifiers like, first I will give font of large title, then I will give font weight, and let it be as bold only. So you can see the changes are reflecting here. Then I want to give frame. Inside frame I have to give height and width, but I want to give a max width here. So I will give max width, which will be dot infinity, which means that it will go from all the way to the sides. and for height I will use max height, and I will give here as 100 so that it will not go beyond 100. Then next is foreground color. So for this I will use dot white, and since it is white color, now we need to give a background color so that our foreground color will be visible. So for background I will use color, and inside this I will pass one string of brown color. So currently I have not created this brown color, so let's go to assets and let's create that. So to create a new color you have to click on this plus icon here and click on color set, and then once you click here, let's rename this as brown color. So I will rename it as brown color, and then what you can do is you can just select this, open this side menu, go to here the first option here. First you need to select this color, and then I want to say here as just one option. Wait, okay, this is fine. We want to give color here, so for that I have this option here where I have to select none so that it will make it as universal color. So here I want to give my brown color. So for brown color I want to give a hexadecimal value which I have already recorded. So that is, I will say as 9A5A47. So this is not a completely brown color, but yeah, we'll call it as brown color. Then I need to create one more color which you can see here, this golden color you can say. So let's create that. Use new color set, let's rename it as gold color, and again same, go here none so that it will create a universal color, and then we have to provide the hexadecimal value which is I have already recorded, which is B79E52. So this is the value we are going to use for our buttons. So now let's come back to content view and continue our coding. And here you can see, now if I resume it, and I am using the brown color here, and you can see it's working fine now. Okay, so we have added our button title with button designs, and it is at the middle, but we want it at the top, so we will add a spacer at the bottom so that it will push this view at the very top like this. Okay, now we can start creating our buttons. So as you can see here, the first one is the normal button, so let's create that. So to create a normal button we just need to use button with title what we want to give. So this title is classic button, and then we need to give action. So for this video we are not giving any action, so we'll just create a view like this only. So now you can see the classic button is here at the bottom. So this is nothing but a normal classic button. Now let's go to the next part where we will create a next button is a solid button. So let's create that. So to create a solid button we will use same scenario where first we will give an action and label. So action, obviously we are not giving here anything, but inside label what we can do is we can create this button with solid effect. So for that what we have to do is first we will use text only. So my text will be solid button, and now we need to change this view, or you can say the alignment and everything for this button. So for that again we will use foreground color, and I will use here dot primary, since it will work on both dark mode and light mode. So for that I've used primary. And then next one is font weight, let it be bold, and then padding. Okay, so now actual text is looking fine, but now we need to design our button also. So to design our button we need to give some background. So let's give background here. I will say background, and background I want to give a rounded rectangle, and to this I want to give some corner radius. let's give it as 10, and style I will keep it as continuous. Okay, let me just check if there is any problem. Okay, I've written it at the wrong place. Let me just remove this, and let's do the same thing here. Okay, so we have given the background. Now I want to give also a fill color, so I will use fill on this background only. Let me just remove that, and I will use fill here, dot fill. And for fill we have to give a color, not the style. And for color I will use gold color. You can see now it is reflecting on our button. So now after giving the gold color I will give some frame. Inside frame I just want to give width, so I will remove these two parts, and let's give the width of 150. Okay, so now you can see button is looking fine. Now we just need to give some padding also, so that our button will move up and it will give some spacing and it will look better. So let's do that. So what we can do is we can create a different button, and at the last we can give some padding for the all the buttons. So let's do that now. Create a next button. So now you can see here we have created this button. After this we'll start the next button. Again same action and label. Action will be nothing but inside label what we are going to give is this button is our outline button. And outline button, you can see that here you have this outline button with the outline of the golden color. So we'll try to give same effect here. So let's do that. Now inside this what I can do is I can give again same foreground color, and my foreground color will be same again. Here I will try to give color with my custom golden color. Now after giving the gold color what we can give is we can give some padding to our button, so that you can see it will give some spacing here. Now what I want to do is I want to give this type of background effect. So let's just copy this part and paste it here. Inside this what we have done is we have used the rounded rectangle same as that, but here what we are going to do is we are going to use a capsule. So for that we can use something like this capsule, and this capsule will have one option called stroke. And stroke we have to provide the width of the stroke, so that I will provide as 2. And then fill color will be same gold color, and frame width will keep the same. Now you can see it is reflecting here. So currently it's not looking same because here we have the black background. So let me just change the background or the actual layout of this to from light to dark scheme. Okay, now it is looking fine. What else I can do is I can give some padding also, because these views are currently very close to each other, which is not looking good. So for that what I can do is I can give spacing for this V stack, and spacing I will provide as 40. Now you can see there is some spacing in between, and which is looking better. So now we can go ahead and create our next buttons. So my next button will be a button with image and text. Again we will use same action and label here. Action will be nothing but inside this label part we have to do a little bit different. Now we have image and text. So first let's use image, And to use the image, what I will do is I will use the system image. System name I will provide as, here you can say person dot fill. You can see it is reflecting here, and the next part is text, and I will say it as button with image and text. Okay, so that's our new button with image and text. Again, for this also we want to give some modifications, like foreground color I want to give, and this color will be my custom color, which is gold. Okay, now let's give some font also. Let it be title only. Okay, so now it's same. So this is how you can create a button with text and image. Now let's create our next button. Our next button is this translucent background button. Let's create it. Again, same button with action and label. Action will be nothing but inside label we want to give text as translucent background button. Translucent background button. And again, on this button we need to give some different modifiers. So what I will do is I will use foreground color, and let's give it as custom color of our gold color. Okay, then we need to give some padding. Okay, and now we need to add modifiers on this button. Then for this we will use first a background, and background will be a rounded, not here, rounded rectangle. And for this again we need to provide some corner radius. Let's be corner radius of 15, and style we don't need, so let's remove that style part. Okay, then we need to give some opacity, so let's use that opacity. I will give opacity of 0.2, and then I need to give frame, and inside frame I need only width, so I will say width of 280, and rest part we can remove, we don't need that. So it will use the default height and alignment. Okay, so now you can see it's looking same like this. Now what we can do is we can use the last button, which is the bonus for this video, where we can use the gradient color on our button. So let's see how we can do this. So again I want to use a button on this, so button with again same action and label. Action will be nothing, and for label we have this text as gradient button, so let's give that. Gradient button. And now is on this button I need to give different modifiers, like foreground color, again it will be same color of gold color. Then I need to give some padding. Okay, then last part is we have to give modifiers on this button, so it will be like background I want to give of capsule, not here, capsule, and after this capsule I want to give some stroke, so let's do that. Stroke I will use with some gradient here, so this is the main part. I want to use stroke but with gradient, so I will create a gradient here. Or what you can do is, you can, instead of creating a new gradient, we have created this gradient at the start, which is linear gradient with colors of orange and green from top leading to bottom trailing. So let's directly pass that here. Okay, now we have passed the gradient color, and you can see it is reflecting here. So now what I will do is I will use other modifiers, like here I can use some some line width also for this, which I can give with here line width, and we'll use it 2. Now the next part is I want to give some saturation. Let's do that. Saturation will be of 1.8 so that our this whole color will look good, or sorry, gradient color will look good. And then the frame I want to give, again I want to give only the width part, so here I will pass the width of 150, and let me just remove this height part and alignment part. Okay, and now let's give some spacer at the end so that our buttons will come at the top or at the middle, so that we can see it properly. Here you can see it has pushed all the buttons above, and after this I will just give some padding so that it will look good. And yeah, so that's all I think we have done. Let's run it on the actual simulator and see how it looks. So this is the previous app. Let's see the new one which will launch in a while on the new simulator. Okay, so it has launched on iPhone SE. Let's see. Okay guys, so you can see it's almost same. So there is some problem with this width, so that we can change according to gradient view, but you can see how it is looking. Let me just change the mode from the dark mode so that it will look good, or we can compare them in the same mode. So I've changed it to dark mode, and now let's see how it looks. So you can see it's all, everything is same. So guys, this is how you can give different styles to your buttons in SwiftUI, and as you have seen, it's very easy. You just need to add some modifiers and the work will be done. So as compared to UIKit, it's very easy. So that's all guys for today's video. I hope you guys have learned something new and you have liked this video. And to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button on this channel. And thank you guys for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye, take care.